If you've been following me for a bit, you will know that I am into surfing these days. And surfing is just so much fun, right? And I love everything about it. I love being at the beach. I don't even have to be surfing. I can just like be floating on the board, and best feeling in the world. Just watching dolphins and the birds fly, and catching a wave. Needless to say, great. And looking at all the different types of surfboard, looking at the designs, and looking at the different beaches and the different wave patterns that come from those beaches. It's all fun, right? So I love learning about surfing. I'm not really that great because I only started this year, and so learning about something that I'm passionate about is really fun. Same with Jiu-Jitsu, and the same with Buddhism. With everything that I have interest in, it's so nice to learn about those things because I'm interested, right? But while I think all of you can agree, learning about the things that you're interested in is great, I think something is gets in the way of enjoying learning. And I find that for many people, when people who are kind of not as good as you or practically worse than you at the said topic tries to give you advice, and that can be very upsetting, that can be very triggering, right? Number one, because the advice is kind of like probably not that great because they suck compared to you. And secondly, just the fact that this person who's way newer than you is trying to give you advice is kind of like, just get your own shit together, stop talking to me, kind of a feeling, right? And I haven't been surfing for that much, but I went like quite a bit times. Like I tried to go like twice a week. But suppose someone started like 2 weeks ago, and then they're trying to give me tips, and you can imagine how some people, or even you, could be pretty upset by the thing, right? Like, oh, come on, man, I've been surfing for way more than you, so like that you're not really in a place to give me advice, kind of a thing. But in the end, right? Learning is a very joyful thing. In the end, when you give the other person, when you engage the conversation with an open mind, and when you let yourself learn from anybody, right? It's basically better for you. Because again, learning is inherently kind of fun. And if you have learned a topic deep enough, that the same concept explained multiple times. Every time you hear the explanation, it can have a different impact on you depending on where you are in the growth, right? Especially if the topic is complex and involves a lot of different, factors playing into it at once. You may listen to the same advice once, twice, second, third, fourth, fifth time, and then it'll all feel different because you understand more about what's being said, right? So, if you can learn from someone you respect when they repeat things then that means the message is the important part, right? So, what's to say you can't learn from someone newer than you? What's to say you can't find value in this really obvious thing that this fresh person is saying to you? When you open your heart to these things, and when you give yourself the opportunity to learn from anybody, it benefits you because number one, you don't feel bad, you don't feel upset. Number two, you feel good because learning is fun, especially if it's a topic that you are very interested in. And number three, it just gives you and opens you to the possibility that you can learn from literally anything. That means everything is an opportunity to have fun. And I think that is a very, very, very good and fun way to engage in your life.